So we are now continuing. Thank you. Thank you. We're continuing our discussion on how to solve simultaneous systems of equations. We have learned how to do the graphing method, which all of you have mastered. Shady. We've mastered the elimination method. And we are now moving on to a little something called the substitution. Nobody's getting an A, so don't get too excited. Okay, so we have this sample system of equations. And here's how, first of all, the graphing method I thought was, to me, I thought it was the easiest, but it wasn't easy for everybody because you got to be very specific, you got to draw straight lines, you got to plot your points. And if you're doing a sloppy job, you're going to get an answer that's not right. It's going to, the lines aren't going to cross exactly where they should. So I thought the graphing method, to me, it was the easiest because I'm pretty good at graphing, and most of you have really picked up your graphing skills. The elimination method, on the other hand, I find the hardest. Okay, so you've seen the easiest and the hardest. So now we're going to go right down the middle of the fairway, and we're going to do the substitution method that I think you're going to go, I totally get this. Okay. Here we go. Let's take the first equation. X plus 5y equals negative 30. I'm going to write it over here too. You know from using our properties of equality, I can just as easily subtract 5y from both sides, and I would have x equals negative 5y minus 30. True?
True.
What if I now said, hey, okay, so x equals negative 5y minus 30. So let's now look at the second equation, and wherever I see x, I'm going to replace it with negative 5y minus 30. So we could do this. We're going to take this equation now, and I'm going to plug that into that. It's going to be 4 times negative 5y minus 30 plus y equals negative 158. Some big numbers, but let's work through it. 4 times, we're going to use distributive property right here. 4 times negative 5y is negative 20y. Minus 4 times negative 30 is negative 120. Plus y equals negative 158. Let's combine some like terms. Negative 20y plus y?
Negative 19y.
So we have negative 19y minus 120 equals negative 158. Let's add 120 to both sides.
Great idea. Negative 30.
I'll slide over here. So now we have negative 19y equals negative 38. We're going to divide both sides by negative 19. And you get y equals 2. We're not done. We're not done. Now we're going to take our y equals 2 and we're going to plug it back into one of our original equations. So let's take the x plus 5y, so 5 times 2 equals negative 30. So that's x plus 10 equals negative 30. Subtract 10 from both sides, so x equals negative 40. So your point, your point of intersection of these two lines, or your solution to this system of equations, should be negative 40, comma 2.